Hey everybody, and welcome to my Spiderman Miles Morales video. If you've got a Samsung Q90T and you just picked up this game, well, you're in the right place, buddy. I don't believe in wasting your time, so let's get straight to it. We're going to go through some settings on the TV as well as the in-game menu. Some of the settings that I'm going to pick here might seem a little obvious, but trust me when I say I spent a very long time, probably too long, tweaking each one of these settings every which way and really trying to find the perfect combo. I found it was quite easy to end up making things look a little too dark, colors weren't popping, sometimes it ended up looking purple, which was weird. So what I'm going to show you right now is what I recommend dialing in at least as a baseline, if you want to make those colors sing, baby. So first you're going to want to go into your, first you want to go to your general settings, down to external device manager, and then game mode settings. You want to make sure that your game mode is on. Surprisingly, usually it does this automatically when you turn on the console. Sometimes it doesn't. It's worth checking out. While I've got you here, you want to have your dynamic black equalizer at 0. And if you pop into Game Motion Plus, make sure that's off. That stuff is going to give you some weird ghosting effects. You're probably not going to love it. Yes, make sure that HGIG is off and your HDMI black level is at auto. Those are my two preferred, just for this game anyway. HGIG tends to really make the image as good as it can possibly be. Personally, I find it's not the case in Miles Morales. Let's go back now all the way to picture settings and down to expert settings. So you want your brightness at 50, your contrast as well. Sharpness up to 10, which I don't recommend all the time. It really works for this game though. Color at 25 is nice. You can boost it a little bit. Might make it a little oversaturated. Tint at 0. Local dimming at standard. Local dimming doesn't matter. If you're in game mode, it won't affect anything. Contrast enhancer, you might be tempted to turn that up to get some more brightness funneled in. It might look good in the moment that you turn that on, but over time, you're gonna... It's artificial. It's not ideal. I would keep it off and your eyes will totally adjust. Color tone at standard. You want your gamma at 0 and your shadow detail at 0. Gamma is something you can boost. If you really feel like it's too dark, you can use gamma settings to boost it up. It's not as bad as using contrast enhancer. And then color space settings, I like having them at native. Some people say that the true settings for the game can only come out when you have it on auto. I personally find it's a little bit more washed out and just like not pretty looking when it's not on native, so that's my preference anyway. So now let's go into the game settings. So hit start and head down to settings here, then go down to visual. I have it on fidelity right now just to kind of show this off as good as I can, but you might want to switch this to performance for the 60 frames a second feature if you're looking for a real rush, you know. It looks great on both, but if you play it on performance for a little while and then you go back to fidelity, it might hurt your eyes a little bit because it's kind of weird suddenly having half the frames. Brightness, I like at 75. Contrast is at a nice full 10. Motion blur full. Chromatic aberration is on, and film grain is at 5. So those are my settings, guys, and honestly, I think it makes this game look pretty freaking sweet. If you've got your own personal preferences and you think that I'm totally screwing this up, then please, by all means in the comments, share what you like to go with. I did a similar video to this one for Demon Souls, and I went in a little more depth about each setting, and some really great And some really great conversation was generated in that comment section. So I would love it if you felt like doing the same thing here. And I really hope that you enjoy Spider-Man Miles Morales.